So finished another walk today, yay! And what I wanted to share today was another non-scale victory. Um, One of the things I want to emphasize though is when I began walking, it wasn't about losing weight. Um, the exercise was about doing something healthy for my heart because I didn't want to die. Um, And then, of course, what goes along with that is weight loss, which is important for all of the health issues that I have. And one of the things that has happened is I had another non-scale victory yesterday, and those are very helpful when you're working so hard and the weight loss is slow, which is actually healthy. My cardiologist is extremely happy with my not only the amount of weight that I've lost, but the rate at which I'm losing it. As it's a healthy way, it's a sustainable way, and it will also help with some of the loose skin I'm going to have when all is said and done. It won't be quite so bad because I'm losing weight slowly and exercising at the same time. But with all of that said, yesterday I observed a non-scale victory as I was walking through the parking lot of the coming out of the grocery store. I realized that my gait had changed while walking on the flat concrete. That made me, more aware of it. And part of why it has changed is because my thighs are smaller. So it means I'm walking closer to a more normal gait with everything aligned the way that it should be. When you have excess weight and your legs are bigger, it means your your skeleton's not lining up appropriately when you're moving, and that puts stress and strain on your joints and your spine, and it just causes more problems. So the bonus of this non-scale victory is not only is it a sign that yes, making progress. Being able to walk in a more normal gait is taking even more stress off my body in other ways, allowing the joints and the skeleton and all of that to function more properly, which then takes stress off of muscles. So it just makes everything easier. It's like the success keeps building on itself. And that's one of the things that, as I've one of the nice things with all the lifestyle changes that I've instigated, because it's a combination, it's not just the walking, it's the dietary changes as well, making sure I get enough rest, everything together. Um, that helps not only my heart, but it also helps support the healing of the other health issues that I have or had. Diabetes, high triglycerides, high cholesterol, low good cholesterol, fatty liver. There might be something I'm forgetting. It's quite the little list. The good news is a lot of those things have already come into normal ranges. Triglycerides, blood sugars, um, bad cholesterol has come down into normal ranges. Um, and one of the most exciting pieces of news is I've actually come out of AFib. And because of all of the lifestyle changes that I've made, um, my cardiologist is confident that I'm probably going to stay out of AFib, which is wonderful. It means it creates a pathway to eventually be medication free. It helps take some more of the burden off of my heart because the AFib is what led to the heart failure. And now that I'm in a normal sinus rhythm for my heart, that takes more stress off, allowing my heart to heal more. So it all keeps building on itself. And then back to like making the changes. I'm not going to lie, making significant lifestyle changes in terms of diet, exercise, making sure you get more movement in your day, making sure you get adequate sleep. These things aren't easy. Um, I may have made it look easy to some people around me because I flipped so quickly, but emotionally, it's not easy and it's hard to maintain. It's a challenge, and I need to be mindful, frankly, for the rest of my life. Um, I already knew this, that it was important that I was going to have to maintain these lifestyle changes forever. And one of the things my cardiologist stressed with me is that if I stopped using my CPAP for the sleep apnea and I went back to all the old bad habits and old lifestyle uh, patterns that led to my illnesses, that I would flip back into AFib. Um, so it's challenging to maintain. Um, it's not impossible. It requires mindfulness. And that's often why, too, people saying things like, oh, you've got this, and da 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 da. Well, those things, people mean them in a positive way, and they're trying to be helpful in some circumstances, especially mine. It's actually not a helpful thing to say, because one of the biggest dangers is for me to think, oh, I've got this all wrapped up, no problem, it's done, and I can do it. Um, that I just wrapped up. That's when the danger is of me getting cocky and starting to think, I don't have to walk today. I don't have to do, starting to make exceptions to things. And it's a slippery slope. And then eventually, when you have the I got this mindset, um, the exceptions start to become the rule. Um, so it's really important. I know people want to be encouraging, and so some things that can be helpful is, I believe in you, things along those lines. But telling somebody you've got this can do more harm than good, because maybe they don't got this, particularly in the beginning. Um, there was no way of knowing if I was going to come out of AFib or not, for sure. And as long as I was in AFib, not only did I not got this, I was still at a serious danger for stroke, even on medications. So there are so many things that are beyond our control, um, that it's important to focus on the things that are in our control, and to not get into a cocky attitude of, oh, I've got this, and more of a, I can do this, a mindfulness, um, of, I have to be mindful every day. It's kind of like, not to downplay people who face drug and alcohol addiction issues, although one of my issues is a food addiction. Um, it's a one day at a time kind of thing. There is no point at which you can say, "Oh, I've got this," and just I don't have to worry about this anymore. And I hate to use the word worry, because I don't want worry to be the emotion that you're using, but trying to say where you are thinking like, oh, I don't have to, this isn't a consideration anymore. My health will always be a consideration every day of my life from this point forward. And it's also, having that set of mindfulness has also helped me get even better about drawing boundaries with people in my life. In some ways, I'm very good at boundaries, energetically shielding myself, protection, all those kinds of things. But sometimes when it comes to helping people, um, I would have a tendency to sacrifice myself, to help a friend in need, um, to make an exception to what I needed to do for myself. And now I don't do that anymore. If I'm mindful of my health and my well-being, and I help when I can, and I do help a lot, but I don't put myself second or third or fourth or fifth anymore. I put myself first, and because of that, I'm stronger, and I'm in a better position. I have more energy, I have more health and well being, and more mental and emotional capacity to be able to help. So, all of that came from me. We went down a long rabbit hole today, but I wanted to share that non scale victory and about not, I guess there were multiple non scale victories in there. But yesterday, noticing that my thighs were smaller and that's affecting how I walk. And then, of course, that's affecting the stress on my joints and my muscles, and everything's working more effectively so I can continue to exercise and continue to get stronger. So that helps keep me motivated. Seeing these little victories along the way help keep me motivated because it's all building. Each thing is building on the other. The dietary changes are building on being able to exercise more and be more active, and that builds more. It just all keeps amplifying, reinforcing, maybe is a better word, everything else. And on a scale victory note, um, for those who may be curious, since the end of January, I have lost over 40 pounds. And that's without doing any kind of crazy diets, nothing unhealthy, just making some modifications in how I eat, getting more active, and adding exercise. And that's been 40 pounds, a little over 40 pounds in a little under 6 months. It feels good. That's it for today.